Okay, guys, it says that I'm streaming, but I'm not sure if I am or not. So let me see really quick. Okay, it says that I'm live. It just took a few seconds. It just took a few seconds. Okay, hi guys! Welcome back to the channel. So, today I wanted to talk about things that have been going on in the atmosphere, things that, again, that people are starting to notice, and it's not just, the spiritual people, the chosen ones, whatever you want to call who's ever watching this, because I know who's ever watching this is a part of that group, part of that community, but I wanted to talk about America. I wanted to talk about America, and I also want to talk about things that are going to pop up most likely before the end of this year. So, first things first, I wanted to show you guys the Schumann resonance. So, pretty much since the beginning of August, we've been seeing the Schumann resonance has been spiking. It has been super intense beyond belief. And if you guys have been paying attention to what I've been updating you guys on, it's pretty much looked like this almost every single day since August. So the Leo season and its ruler, which is the sun, lets us know that the sun is very much communicating with Earth right now. And I wanted to show you guys this August 4th and August 5th. And to me, it looks like that these two cascades of light, 5D activation energy, it looks like they're in between two portals. And I always interpret, again, these as two pillars or, again, cascades of light. And it looks like this expanse right here lets us know that we really did go through some sort of portal. We really did go through something in between the 4th and the 5th. So we continued to see this portal right here, and we also saw this timeline jump, and we saw some other ones on the 5th of August. But let me show you guys what we've been going through for the past 2 days. So this is August 6th. We can see that we went through another activation of light, so 5D energy, and we don't really get a lot of breaks anymore. It's pretty much high frequency throughout the entire day up until the night. And yeah, guys, we're getting used to these energies. We're getting used to the gamma energy. We're getting used to vibing high. If you don't want to be cliche and cringy, but that's the only way that I can explain it, is that we're getting used to this energy. And this is what we've been seeing for today. So it is now the 8/8 portal. When I'm talking to you guys, it's literally the beginning or the morning time, the beginning 12 a.m. It's the beginning of 8/8 portal. So this is what we pretty much saw for the last couple of hours. Again, we're seeing the two pillars. We're just seeing the same. We're seeing like the same patterns, and I might not be picking up on all the patterns, but it always seems like there's a frequency of high red that pops up, and then we go through these intense these intense pillars or cascades of light that happen. And right now we are in lower frequency, and I am feeling it. Usually I feel the after effects more than the actual activations, because that's when we start to transmute what has been going on with the earth, with her heartbeat, with the Schumann resonance, which is the heartbeat of the earth. So guys, I wanted to show you guys that, and just to let you know that yes, things are changing. It is being graphed. It is being literally written. It is literally being written in energy. And I also wanted to show you guys this because this year is not a normal year. This is not a normal year because we're seeing all of these eclipses pop up. Whether you want to say that they're engineered or not, because yes, the moon is freaking fake. They towed the moon here, but the eclipses still have an impact, and we can use that impact for our greatest good. So we have these eclipses. We had in February, we had this eclipse. Oh, dang. If it'll let me freaking show you guys what the heck is going on. March 3rd, we had this one, the blood moon, the infamous blood moon, and then August 12th, the one that is coming up, and the one that is literally a total solar eclipse. So we have two eclipses that are popping up in August, guys, and that is not for no reason because this literally is where I feel like the transmuting is happening, where things are powerfully energetically and intensely happening inside of us and on a soul level. And all of these energies are reaching Earth because that's what the sun is used for. The sun is used to correct all of the damage. It's to basically get rid of all the parasites on Earth. And the solar eclipse, the total solar eclipse is literally blocking out the sun, okay? It's going to block the sun in the Arctic, the Greenland, Iceland, and Spain. So it's going to be seen in places, again, for a reason. And the ancients saw the solar eclipse as a time to go inwards. Some of them were afraid of the solar eclipse because it represented, again, a part of humanity that needed to be blacked out, a part of themselves that, again, needed to go through this darkness. But we can use the darkness for good. That is the point about chaos energy or darkness energy is the darkness, the blackness can be used for your transformation. It does not always need to be in the fear energy or be in some dark ritual. Again, what they like to use these eclipses for, what they liked to use the moon for in the past, but we're going to use it for our greatest good. And yes, there is symbolic representation why the solar eclipse is over the Arctic, Greenland, Iceland, and Spain. And these areas have always been infused with a lot of secrecy, and we're going to slowly find out that what has been going on in those land masses. And then we have another lunar eclipse, and it's showing up in the Americas. It's going to show up in Europe and Africa. And again, there is a symbolic message in this, and most likely this is the last solar eclipse, and it's finally completing all of the continents that are known. So everything on Earth has been under this lunar eclipse. So guys, that's what we're going through, and now I want to talk about things that most likely are gonna pop up towards the end of this year. So hopefully you guys can see the freaking screen. Hopefully we can see the screen. Okay, so I'm gonna play the videos for today. I'm gonna give the commentary for today. Please pay attention. And again, I really want to talk about America. I also want to talk about just some of the things that are happening underneath the sun that are most likely going to happen before the end of 2026. So let's go ahead and play it, and we'll see what's happening.
What is a black swan event? It comes from the financial world, actually. Three major features of a black swan event is, number one, when it happens, it is unexpected, very unexpected. Number two, it has widespread and sometimes catastrophic consequences. And number three, in hindsight, a lot of people say, duh, of course this happened, it was kind of predictable, but no one saw it ahead of time. Ironically enough, we're kind of living through a black swan event, which started in the beginning of 2020. For the population at large, it was a classic black swan event, maybe the biggest black swan event to date in modern history, as in something happened that was unexpected for large numbers of people. It has widespread effects and consequences for all populations. And in hindsight, you could say, well, duh, was predictable. So I can already hear the Love and Light Brigade. We love you guys. Love and Light Brigade says, well, why are you even talking about such a thing? Why are you manifesting a bad event? Why are you even thinking about those things? Well, first of all, we don't live in fear, and we're not scared. Second of all, we don't see disruptive events as bad. As a matter of fact, we know disruption is part of the transformational process that we're in. In our experience, there is no transformation without a disruptive event. We always affirm that it's for the highest good of all. The second aspect of this is, why would you prepare for something like that? And people always say, well, those preppers, they're kind of weird people. Well, you're all preppers. Each and every one of you, 99.9% are preppers. If you have a fridge and you have more food in there than you need for the current meal that you're going to enjoy in 5 minutes, you're a prepper, because you've just prepared for meals for the whole week or even a month. If you have a pantry, you're a prepper. If you have a closet with clothes that will prepare you for a season that's to come, you are a prepper. If you have any of those things, you, my friend, are a prepper, whether you realize it or not.
Alright guys, I'm going to stop it there. So again, this is being talked about more and more, but we're starting to see that there is going to be a black swan event, and whether it is artificial, it is being done by your government or the cabal, whatever you want to call them. It could be artificial, or again, it could be done organically by the earth herself, because she is also going through an evolution. She is also going through a transformation. So she might as well have this event that collapses the current society as we know it. And that could be a solar flash. So I didn't find any videos, but again, there's a lot of people talking about maybe a solar flash that happens. That's one possibility, is the solar flash, and the poles shifting. That's another event that again is most likely going to be natural. It's not going to be artificially done. And then there's EMPs, there's the emissions of the sun. All of these things could happen, and a lot of people are preparing for it because unconsciously the people on Earth, they feel like something is going to happen. And a black swan event could also be digital. It also could be the stock market collapsing, which honestly has to happen, guys. That is imminent. So it's not something to be afraid of. It's not something to be attached to if you wake up the next morning and you don't have any money in your bank, or you don't have this or that. It does not mean that you start becoming attached to the old world and saying, oh, but I need this, because no, we really don't. We really don't need it to go into the next age. So, I'm going to play the next video. I think it's about America, so we're going to watch why America is Atlantis, and they switched the areas for us. Okay, so actually this is about the politics. So let's watch what's been going on and why everything needs to collapse. Why?
We asked you, America.
Okay, so
We asked you, America first or Israel first?
Israel first.
Israel first?
Yes.
Before America?
No, of course not.
Why should we commit? We don't even have a treaty with Israel. Why do we have this automatic commitment that we're going to send our kids and send our money endlessly to Israel?
We asked you, America first or Israel first?
Israel first.
Israel first?
Yes.
Before America?
No, of course not.
Why should we commit? We don't even have a treaty with Israel. Why do we have this automatic commitment that we're going to send our kids and send our money endlessly to Israel?
We asked ask you, America.
Okay, guys. So I wanted to mention that you see Barack and then you see Trump with the little Jewish hat, and I just wanted to mention that they both were sworn in as Jews, but it's not the Jew religion that we're commonly known as. It's the Khazarian Jews that are part of the Cabal. So they have switched over to the dark side, whatever you want to call them. They publicly are Jews, okay? They were sworn in the religion of Jews. And this is them touching the holy wall, the so-called holy wall. And one of the things about what's going on with Israel is Israel was created. It wasn't an original country, and there are no such thing as Israel's. My gosh, I'm not going to be able to say the people that live in Israel. I can't freaking talk right now. But one of the things that we need to look at is all of these people that are investing their money in Israel, including your US government that has given billions and billions of dollars to the Israel. And again, this is for them to have all of their weapons, for them to continue doing whatever they wanted to do, because they were never a real country in the first place. They were created, just like there's some other countries as well, like Morocco, that were created. And some people might be like, but I'm Israeli and I'm Moroccan. And honestly, like 20 or 50 years ago, that would have never existed, to be honest. So we have to think about these things. Why is America continuing to fund all of these countries that have nothing to do with America, but they actually secretly do behind the scenes, because they're trying to pull the strings on both sides, making you think that all the bad guys are in the Middle East, but honestly, they're the ones that are supporting both sides, funding both sides, always in history. So I wanted to show you guys that. So let's go to the next one really quick. If it'll let us go to the next one, you could see all of the people's money go over there. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny every time I want to do something with the internet, it doesn't want to get. Okay, so now we're going to talk about America, and this dude is pointing out something in his local neighborhood. You guys might also see it in your local neighborhood. I would say especially if you live in really old towns or places that have old construction, old architecture, you can still see what's going on. So let's see what's up.
Why is we got a curb with a curb? I'm bringing the God to bring the, yo, I can't even speak. This shit is fucking me up. Make this shit make sense. It's like lava stone. Crystal stonework. Crystal stonework.
It's here, man.
Crystal stone.
Oh, what?
What's going on? How did it get there, y'all? What is going on? It's a quartz in it? Oh, another, oh my God. Quartz in the ground. There's gold under here.
It's gold under here.
It's gold under here, y'all. We found another gold mine, brought the God to see the new goddamn shit. Water, sewer.
Straight water.
Gas, you're right. Come on, bro. Big mama trees. I'm bringing the God to see the new stone crystal wall that got revealed to me yesterday. And my second day over here now, the God done got magnetized to a whole nother part of these trees look
Crazy.
mama trees. Big crystal stone work, nigga. They keep burying us, nigga, and we keep revealing them what's buried. How deep do it go? With the whole joint. Look where we're at. Look where we're at, bro. Look where we're at. We're up top. We're up high. Look at this. Yeah, you gotta take a crystal, nigga. Are you bugging? Big quartz. Alchemists, nigga. This is alchemy, bro. There's two different crystal stones, quartz, and then you got like the granite crystal quartz in this bitch, nigga. Are you kidding me? But what is this though? What is this? Look at this quartz coming out of this. Holy shit. Bro, I found this yesterday. Broke my neck, nigga. Had to stop the car and get out. How deep does it go? Yeah. Yeah, bro. Almost, this crystal like some goddamn moss. How they say moss grow on one side of the tree? Look at how this shit like this on this side. Oh my God, yin yang polarity. I'm decoding this shit. This is a big ass quartz. Bro, this is quartz, nigga. This is quartz. It's gold. This is gold. There's a gold mine under here. This is ridiculous. What the fuck is going on? Yo, hold on now. God damn, how long is it like it's fucking... Yeah, we really buried ourselves. Holy, that's a big ass nigga. This shit, man, what? Quartz. Huge. I don't know what's going on. This is nuts. Yeah, got to. What is you? What? Yeah, you see triggered. What? Triggered. We minding our business. Minding our business in nature. Soul magic is nature communication. 1, 2, 3, gematria. And niggas are triggered. Chaos God triggers 85. How deep this is? Look where we're at. Look at the high level. Look how high we're up. Nigga, we're on another serpent mound, nigga. Right here, right now. Another one. Over there is where that other crystal stone wall is where I took you the other day. Oh yeah. Or a few weeks ago. So this is a whole nother crystal.
Alright guys, I'm just gonna play the next video, but again, we can see in this video that there are ancient mounds that were covered up all around America, and they might look like mountains, they might look like pyramids, they might look like what he's talking about. So let's go to the next one and we shall talk about it. Let's talk about it. If it'll let me play the freaking video. Let me play the video. Okay.
Will come.
Wakanda.
We know the truth now here. This is a newspaper clipping from 1887 called Before Columbus Came by Frederick Haskin. Let's keep going. America will someday be revealed to us. Out of the mist that have hidden this country's past for so many uncounted years will come to the real story. Let's keep going. Geologists say America is the oldest existing land in the world. From this, theories have been offered that it must have been the cradle of civilization. It is the famous lost continent of Atlantis. Roll the corn. We know the truth now.
Alright guys, so we got the newspaper evidence, and okay, so this guy is gonna speak in Spanish, but the subtitles are right down here on the bottom, and I'll explain. You can kind of see what he's saying because again, there's the images, but I'll explain what's going on. But again, the translation is right there. Okay, let's go.
Mundo, sino el antiguo mundo, y habían dos Egiptos, y América es el viejo Egipto. Norte y Suramérica hacían North and Upper Egypt, y en las Américas hay más pirámides que en África, y aquí también está la pirámide más grande del mundo en Cholula, México. Y antes de construir las pirámides en México y en Egipto, primero estaban los Mississippi Mound Builders. En el norte tenemos el río Mississippi, y en el sur tenemos el río Amazonas, dos grandes ríos que conectan a muchos influentes y desembocan en el mar Atlántico. El río Mississippi se puede navegar por más de 800 millas y conectar con el río Missouri, el Ohio River y otros ríos, lo que hacía fácil crear civilizaciones. Mientras que el Nile River del Nuevo Egipto no solo está en un desierto, pero no conecta con muchos grandes ríos. Y también hay una región de cataratas que hace...
Okay, so I'm gonna stop that right there because he brings up a really good point. So if we see this image, if it'll let me go back to it, the Mississippi River is the river that connects pretty much all of America with all the other rivers, including the Missouri River.
No solo está en un desierto.
Let's see if it'll let me show. Okay, so it's right here. So the Mississippi River is the actual Nile. It is the actual Nile River. That honestly the Nile River was replicated by, so we can say that the Nile River was replicated by this river because we can see in his map that there is many passageways, everything is connected together that creates the harmony, that creates the connection between the people and the nature. And the Mississippi River goes into the Mexican Gulf. So let's see what else he says about the Nile or about
Mientras que
Egypt.
el Nile River del Nuevo Egipto no solo está en un desierto, pero no conecta con muchos grandes ríos. Y también hay una región de cataratas que hace difícil la navegación y el comercio. En el Nile River tenemos la antigua capital del Nuevo Egipto, que es la ciudad de Memphis, y también la nueva capital, que es la ciudad de Cairo. Pero en el río
Okay, so the Nile River is not ideal for commerce, it's not ideal to navigate, and it's in the middle of a desert. While in America, again, the one that they talk about in the Bible, the real Atlantis, the real Egypt, the original Egypt, which is in America, it is very fruitful. It used to be very fruitful, and the people could just go on the riverways like a roadway, just be on their canoes. And again, in Egypt with the Nile River, it is hard to do that. And now he's explaining that there are different cities where they literally tell you the truth because they kept the names of certain cities to again reveal the truth. So, Little Egypt is in Memphis, Tennessee, because again they're going to reveal in signs and symbols what's going on. So in Memphis, this is where the real Little Egypt is.
Y también tenemos una ciudad que se llama
And there's also a city called Cairo.
Y en Memphis, Tennessee, tenemos una pirámide y también tenemos una estatua del pharaoh Ramesses. Y es por eso.
Okay, so also in Tennessee, they found the actual mummy of King Tut, or actually it was in Kentucky. They found the King Tut mummy actually in Kentucky. So I would look that up. It's not like a conspiracy. There's actual photos, there's actual news clippings, there's people that talk about this online. So just wanted to mention that as well. And also him talking about King Ramesses. They actually have his, if I can show the freaking image one more time. They actually have his statue right here. It is still there! The artifacts are still there of these figures. These so-called Egyptian figures. We have the statue.
Ramesses. Y es por eso que el rey católico estableció una ciudad entre Cairo y Memphis, Tennessee, en el río Mississippi, y la llamó St. Louis, y nombró ese territorio Luisiana. Los diarios de Colón se dice que una de sus misiones era tratar de recuperar la ciudad de Jerusalén en América. Y Jerusalén es la ciudad de Heru o Horus. Y de esto también habla el gran Manly P. Hall en su libro The Secret Destiny of America. Otro nombre para América era Ta-Meri, que quiere decir la tierra de Ptah y la tierra de Mary o Isis. Y es por eso que la capital de Estados Unidos está en Maryland. Y por eso hay una pirámide atrás del dólar de los Estados Unidos. Porque América es el antiguo Egipto, la tierra de los Olmecs, los Toltecs y los Mayas.
Alright, guys, I think he broke it down with all of the facts. Again, there are more pyramids in America, and if you're just like strolling by in your car, you might be able to see them. You might be able to recognize them because they hid them underneath mounds, or they hid them in places where, again, you can't really see them, like in national parks. There's just a lot of stuff that's going on that has been hidden, so let's move on to the next one. And again, just wanted to mention that you can see the translation here, but I will explain what he's saying. So let's go. America is Atlantis. America is Atlantis. America
Se
is
dice que
Atlantis.
los ojos son inútiles cuando la mente está ciega. Y quiero que
Okay, so for some reason, the translation does not want to come up. Let's see if it'll come up. Come on up, come on up. If not, we just gonna move on. But yeah.
analicemos bien.
America is Atlantis. Okay, so is it gonna show? If it doesn't, then we just gotta move on. Maybe he's talking too fast for
En
the
esto,
translation.
y quiero que usemos la
The eyes are useless when the mind is blind.
lógica y no se requiere mucha inteligencia
Okay, so we're just gonna
de las placas tectónicas
leave this video out of the way because it doesn't want to show us, but let's look at since we're talking about Atlantis, we also need to talk about one of the eras of America, the Tartarian era, where America was in its Tartarian age. So this guy is going to talk about the advanced technology that we don't remember because they don't want to let us know, because again, we always had this innate technology in the Americas. We always were advanced spiritually. We always were able to build things like he was talking about the Mississippi mound builders, the people in the Americas that were able to build the pyramids, that were able to build castles, that were able to build all of these structures without the current ways that we're building things nowadays, because again, they had to hide all of this from us. So let's see what's going on with the Tartarian age of America that they didn't want us to know about. Let's go.
Pictures. The sky has been completely whitewashed, so you would never know what is going on, and you didn't believe me. But when I say I got your ass, oh, I've got your ass. So, did you know that in the 1800s, right up into the 20th century, our skies was completely littered with airships? Oh, you son of a bitch. But what they don't want you to know is that these was not no normal airships. They was powered by natural free atmospheric energy. Oh my days. These tall buildings used to work as a charging port for these airships. These buildings wasn't just for show. They was docking stations that picked up passengers and took them all around the world. You have to understand, this is not their technology. This is Tartarian tech. It wasn't just buildings that could charge up these airships. They could also charge them at sea. Even the US Navy got involved with this Tartarian tech. So the mainstream narrative says the first successful airship was constructed by Henry Garfield of France in 1852. But we know, anytime they mention the 1800s, they're lying, because that's when they did the last reset. And they claim that in 1937 there was a disaster in Hindenburg, New Jersey, and because of that, they never used the airships again. And if that's what really happened, why remove it from history? Why why don't you teach it to the kids in school? And why would you whitewash the sky? I tried to tell you.
Okay, guys, so we can see that again, this is one of America's past eras, one of their advanced eras. And yes, they like to edit all the pictures because they don't want you to know all of this architecture is from advanced civilizations. This is from the Atlantean people. So they got all of this technology from the ancient peoples. Okay? It didn't just come out of nowhere. It wasn't created by Europeans. It was always here. And it's kind of funny. I was watching this and I realized that they actually show this type of like the airships in Hunter x Hunter. They show this in animes that again there was a lot of advanced architecture, a lot of advanced technology that was going on, but they're never going to let you know.
Not only did they erase Tartaria, 1776 was the year everything changed. In 1776, the Illuminati was founded in Bavaria. The Rothschild banking empire began its global expansion. The American Revolution broke out. Tartaria began to disappear from the maps, all in the same year. Coincidence? Tartaria was not a myth. It was a vast, ancient civilization with advanced free energy technology, great architecture using sacred geometry, a harmonious way to live with natural law, knowledge of the ether. They buried Tartaria, literally, with mud floods, natural disasters, and a new history. Once they buried the old world, they created the new one. Central banks, slavery by death, maritime law, artificial scarcity, indoctrination through education, all funded by the same families. The Rothschilds didn't just fund empires, they funded restarts and deleted everything that didn't serve the system of control. Tartaria was way too free, way too advanced, way too powerful. So they turned everything upside down. Free energy became fossil fuel. The truth became a conspiracy. The spirit became religion. Nature has become... Not only did they erase Tartaria,
nature has become effed up because they effed up the freaking nature as well, because they directly were trying to attack Mother Earth, okay, the divine feminine. Alright guys, let's see what we got going on next, but just want to let you know that this is real. You guys can look up the images, and free energy was a thing, and that's also something I wanted to mention. So let's see if this... Okay, Atlantis. Okay, so this guy is another source about why Atlantis.
What's interesting is that Casey also got into things like reincarnation. Some of Casey's clients were told that they had lifetimes in the so-called mythical civilization of Atlantis. In fact, Casey's reading said that the people of Atlantis as a whole had mass reincarnated as the people of America, and that America was, in a sense, a future life carryover of Atlantis.
Casey revealed in his psychic readings that the truth about the nature of this lost civilization exists in a hidden hall of records at 3 locations across the globe. In Egypt, near the Sphinx, underwater in the Bahamas, and in the Yucatan Peninsula.
What's interesting is that Casey...
In Mexico. Okay, guys, another source again. Let's see if it'll let us play. Let us play.
It's map that shows Atlantis. That's right, it shows Atlantis. Go and hit that follow button now as we dive into another crazy map. So on this map here, it's all actually written in English, and it talks about the United States, North America, being Atlantis. So I'll just go ahead and read it as it is here. This continent, with the adjoining islands, is generally supported to have been anciently unknown, though there are not wanting some who will have even the continent itself to be no other than the island of Atlantis, of the ancients. Check that out. So what that is saying is, there are people that were calling this the island of Atlantis, and there were a lot of people calling it that. Why would they put it on the map? Or is it someone that just wrote this on here to put up hype and confuse us? Let me know what you think in the comments, but I thought this was crazy to find this showing.
Alright guys, that's the map. Okay, so this island, I feel like this island is going to be what he's talking about with the island sea.
Detailed out pretty well. The Great Lakes look a little different, and so does Florida down there. Then if you go here, the only other part that really has any writing on the entire map is this portion right here, which is South America, and again has the anciently known and anciently unknown, meaning these places have been around for a while.
Alright, we got the map, and okay, so some of the videos are out of order, so I'm not sure if I want to hear. I know where and when the Black Swan event will occur. Okay, so I think I'm gonna not show this one, so we're just gonna move on. Okay, so all of the advanced technology, again, we can see it in all of the so-called third world countries, and we can see that it has been covered up, as we heard in the videos, with mud floods, or they covered it up with nature, or they covered it up in national parks in the US. But let's hear what we got going on in India really quick.
Temple in India. And according to the mainstream, this was built between 885 and 1100 AD by the Chandela dynasty. Now, look at this. Remember, they're telling us that this was all hand done. No power tools, no cranes, no bulldozers, no lasers, nothing. Okay? Hand chisel. Look at all these people statues. There are 800 hand chiseled statues in this complex. This whole complex has about 85 monuments, or at least it was originally built with 85. Now there's only 25 of these tall things standing. Okay, guys, look. Take a gander. No lasers. This is hand chiseled. Allegedly, they had thousands of workers and 215 years to pull it off. Now, they have to add a lot of time because this structure doesn't make sense to be hand chiseled. So they have to, oh yeah, it took 215 years. And then people are always like, well, they didn't have TikTok back then to waste time. So they're able to do, amazing things. You show me any structure today around the same size, around the same, amount of buildings, hand done like this. You show me that. You're not going to be able to find that hand done. This whole...
Alright, I think this temple is really famous, and again, we all know what's going on, guys. We know that that history has been rewritten, and we're not going to fall for it anymore, and this type of advanced technology or structures, again, are also in America. They're just really
place, this whole complex.
Really well hidden, or they were destroyed. Okay, so let me see what the next one is. What is the next one? Okay, so I wanted to show some videos on free energy because again, we had this. All the temples are connected, and the temples or the pyramids, I should say, are the ones that were giving free energy throughout the entire world. And this guy is just going to show us again what this free energy kind of looks like in a small setting.
A smaller ring will react even more violently. Here is another ring. This one made of a material we say is non-conductive. And it is completely unaffected. Here is another example. Several thousand watts of power were involved in that spark. If we replace the spark gap with a copper coil, the same power now flows through the coil. It's invisible, has no effect on many substances, but it can generate a lot of heat. Wood, paper, things that we think of as being quite inflammable are not affected at all. However, a piece of steel wool bursts into flame instantly. Did you ever fry an egg on a cold stove? It's no trick at all if you have the right equipment. This is a cold hot plate, and because it's cold, you can make it out of wood, if you like. Just be sure that there's a coil of wire inside and that you connect that coil to a high-voltage alternating current source. The rest is easy. As long as we're being different, we'll use motor oil instead of Crisco. The egg fries very quickly, but the stove remains perfectly cold. In fact, if you wish to keep it handy, you can fry your egg on the morning newspaper.
Holy crap! Oh,
with a gadget like this, you can get up in the morning, sit on the stove, read the morning newspaper, and fry the eggs in your lap. Another example of the fact that physical forces can be quite selective in their effects. The ring being in effect a one-turn shorted secondary.
Alright guys, again, we can all see, I'm not sure if he really disappeared, but we can all see why he would disappear, because he showed, again, he showed what the free energy looked like, what we could have been able to have or have access to if, again, they did not sabotage everything. So let's see what's going on with America.
It's the Collins family. The District of Columbia. It's not a state, right? It's a district of Columbia. The Knights of Columbus. Columbia Pictures. And the list goes on. You're Mexican. You know his real name. It's not Columbus. It's Cristobal Colon, which has a Jewish ancestry of the Cohens, the priest class. They are the royal Spanish family that brought the Inquisition over to America. Hence, the Mexican flag is exactly the same as the Italian flag. Funny, but the Mexicans added the Italian Roman eagle because, you see, when the Vatican came over and corporately took over the Americas, they put their precious Italian flag right in the middle of North America and South America, Mexico. Well, why would you do that? Now, why would the Vatican do that and bring the Spanish Inquisition over and kill a lot of Mayans and burn their buildings and, yeah... We've got a lot of questions to ask here now, haven't we?
After 2 decades of research and studying the topics that I'm not allowed to speak in public, I decided to
Okay, so, his name wasn't exactly Cristobal Colon. That's just like one of his names probably that, he decided to call himself when he became a Mason, so... We all know what's going on. We all know that at this point history was written, and they decided to flip the switch on everything. They decided to put all of their little symbols and infiltrate all of the existing peoples that have always been
burn
here.
their buildings and
Alright, so we got that. Alright, so this was an expedition. I'm not really sure where it is. I don't think it's Agartha because, again, Agartha, I feel like is going to be a lot more grander, but this is also what's going on underneath the Americas, that there's a lot of structures, there's a lot of pyramids underneath as well as we have seen in the beginning of the year, the beginning of this year, they were talking about again that there are structures underneath the Egyptian pyramids, but this is also what is going on in America. There's a lot of structures that are underneath America or the Atlanteans. So I just wanted to show you guys this really quick.
Oh, it's been down there since Atlantis. The survivors of Atlantis, some of them went into the hollow earth. The entrances are found underneath the pyramids of the world. They had the entrances to the hollow earth, and the pyramids were built on top of the entrances. This means the one in Egypt, the one in South America.
Thousands of years old, I understand.
Oh, it's been down there since Atlantis. The survivors of Atlantis, some of them went into the hollow earth. The entrances are found underneath the pyramids of the world. They had the entrances to the hollow earth, and the pyramids were built on top of the entrances. This means the one in Egypt, the one in South America.
Alright guys, so it's not exactly Agartha, but it is Hollow Earth, and again, the elite, the dark elite, the cabal, whatever you want to call them, the cursed seed, Enlil's children, whatever, they have access to these things, and they have restricted the public from seeing what's going on. And just like Dolores Cannon was saying, that a lot of the Atlanteans, they fled to the Hollow Earth, and they probably made their way to Agartha, because again, you cannot be an enlightened being and go to the inner earth and be able to survive, honestly. I don't think you really can. And for some reason, it's saying that I can't play this video. I wanted to play this video because it kind of goes back to Odysseus, because that's what they're playing in the movie theaters right now. And they're playing it for a reason, because they want to show us through the movies and the signs and symbols what's going on, what has been going on Earth, but they're not going to do it in a very direct way. So it's not letting me show the video for some reason, probably because they don't want me to show. Okay. Okay, so basically this video again was showing the head. You guys can maybe see it, it's blurry, but it's showing the head of a Cyclops. And again, this goes back to, there were a lot of mythical creatures, there were a lot of beings that were called giants back in the day. And this also goes back to when Earth was called Tiamat, and there were basically mythical creatures, giants, because Earth herself was a giant planet and it condensed in size. So it's not letting me show, but again, there are structures, there are statues showing the one-eyed men or the one-eyed people. And I'm not really sure why they're playing Odysseus in the movie theaters. Again, I feel like it goes back to the ancient roots. It goes back to showing us and telling us that this is what they're going to start revealing. They're going to start revealing all of this technology, or all of this architecture that we had. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna play this video first because it goes along with what's going on in America. So let's watch the video really quick.
Check out these videos from Mr. Beast, a guy named Mr. Beast who actually snuck into the Grand Canyon, allegedly, and he's been taking lots of video footage of the Grand Canyon and things that they don't want us to see. But if you look at these statues, you have to ask yourself, what actually happened?
Holy crap, guys, I just saw something. So let's go back. Guys, there's oh my gosh. Right there, there's a literal elephant right there, guys. Oh my gosh. So they're literally revealing the people that used to live here and the animals that used to live in the Americas. The elephant is right there. So you guys might be wondering, where are the elephants? And the elephants, the jaguars that used to be in Arizona, they were all killed off. But you can literally see the statue right there. It's literally right there, guys. And the elephant is representative of the matriarchy, which is also what Mr. Beast is showing you the remnants of the Isis temple. The Temple of Isis, which was the big temple of all America that was obviously hidden, but let's just see the video. Let's see what else snippets, what other snippets they're going to show us of the Temple of Isis. Again, this is the true Egypt, okay? This is the true Egypt. This is the true Atlant.
But if you look at these statues, you have to ask yourself, what actually happened here? I mean, this is the remains of a charred, melted, smelted, smoldered type of city. And whatever happened.
Okay, so just really quick, if you guys read any of the Sumerian texts, you read any of the texts with the Anunnaki, you know that there was a war that was on Earth, and yes, they had all of this advanced technology. They had bombs, they had what you could call atomic bombs, and that was probably one of the reasons, as we can see in the evidence of this video, why there is structures that are melted and why Arizona is not a tropical forest. It is now a desert.
In this Grand Canyon area, it was cataclysmic, and it was almost like it was a plasmic type of warfare that melted the rock and literally melted the civilizations and turned them into the ruins that we see now. But these were beautiful, sprawling cities, and you can see the smoldering smoke on the melted rock and the formations that look like, I mean, just look at all that melted rock. This is a melted civilization of the children of the sun.
This is going to be interesting. So right away, got this little spot carved into the bedrock. Looks like there used to be like round pillars. Oh man, with one of those beautiful, colorful roofs. You cannot get enough of that. Wow. And then it gets even better. We just get to go see more and more and more. But look at that, the walls themselves. Wow, there's something carved under there. There's a round pillar in the corner there. So there's probably more buildings underneath of us. Can you imagine living in one of those? I would take that. Have this be my view every single morning. This is making me want to live by some sandstone cliffs to try my best with modern technology to try and carve out my own home. Oh my goodness. The unmatched beauty. So from above, this was like an Olympic-sized swimming pool. And I guarantee you that's what it was. Some big important guy or king. This was his home. That was probably his helper's home. Guest home. And he had his own private swimming pool. Like these guys were living guess what people call bougie. This was a tub. It's sealed off with ancient cement. And yes, that is. Like I'm telling you, these guys lived better and more peaceful than we ever will. There was some kind of waterway that led down to here. Oh, I just saw. That's the stairway up to the pool. Yeah, we have this waterway. Comes into here. This must have been his own drinking water or something like that. Then we have another pool. Wow, that is amazing. Everything is sliced right out of the bedrock. Wow. Look at the machine marks.
There's no machines. There's no machines. Okay, guys. I'm not sure if this is Mr. Beast or not, but again, whatever Mr. Beast is showing, again, revealing, disclosing to the public, it's because it's been planted that way. He's a literal plant, so he's gonna show whatever the elites want to show, whatever they want to reveal to the public. Again, in one of his past videos, I think he was showing what was going on underneath the Egyptian pyramids, and he's like, there's nothing underneath there. There's nothing underneath there. Yes, there is, because literally they proved it. They proved it in the beginning of this year, again, with, I forgot what technology it was. It was the radar or the radio frequency technology that again showed that there's a whole entire civilization underneath the ancient Egyptian pyramids. So we already know that there is also these civilizations, this hollow earth that's running underneath America, all of the Americas. Okay, guys, I think we're almost done. I just wanted to show you guys some of the updates with again with the alien stuff. Again, they're most likely not going to disclose this on the news. It's probably just going to be the aliens themselves that are going to pop out, and nobody can deny it because they're not really doing a hard disclosure. So people are just going to come out and they're just going to start seeing what's going on up in the skies, because again, things are starting to reveal themselves. The veil is being lifted off of the earth, and that's quite literally and spiritually. So let's see what's going on, what people have been seeing lately.
It's better not. Fuck off. It's gone. Oh shit. Baz, come in. Good day. Cheeky little cat. God, he's cute. What the fuck? Holy shit! You fucking see that? No way. Fuck off. What the fuck? It disappeared. Holy fucking crap. Shit off. No, fuck off. It's got a fucking red thing. Fuck off. Fuck, I can see it. Holy shit. Fuck off. No way. No, I'm gonna... No way. Fuck that, fucking go. Fuck this, I'm gonna get it. Stay there, cat. Stay there. No way. Fuck off. Oh shit. Oh shit. it's me. Hello? Oh, fuck. No. Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck this. No way. I'm going. No, it's there again. Fuck off. It's just fucking coming up. Holy shit. I want to stay out of the fucking red thing. Fuck off. No fucking way. No fucking way. It's better. Fuck off. It's gone. Oh shit. Baz, come in.
Alright, guys, I don't know why, but whenever there's a dude, the Australian guy has his own commentary, it's fucking hilarious. It's so hilarious. But this is what's happening in people's backyards, and again, I think this is just going to continue. We're just going to continue seeing stuff, whether it's one of the grays or it's one of these, I don't know, one of these reptilians, whatever, that want to poke their head out. But again, things are going to be revealed under the sun. We're going to see all of the creatures that were pretending to be humans, that were masking themselves, that were just hiding out. They cannot hide themselves anymore. So we got this going on in someone's backyard. And this guy that I showed before, he does updates again, showing us the Booga Ball wherever he's at. It looks like Mexico, it could be Arizona, I'm not sure, but let's just see his updates with the Booga Ball.
Ahí está, miren, no sé si alcanzaron a ver el flashazo, es que de día no se ve muy bien, pero de noche se ve impresionante, amigos, miren. Esta esfera es más grande que la anterior, miren. Va saliendo calientita, como dicen los panaderos. No manches, mira, qué hermosa, esta brilla más. Qué belleza, amigos, miren. Madre, cuando hacen este sonido se me descomponen las cámaras de los teléfonos, amigos.
Okay, so in his update, he's basically saying that it got even bigger. It's in the same, it looks like it's in the same hillside that he was showing us last time, but yeah, they're still out there. The Booga Sphere is still there, and this is what he was showing us in a new update. Holy crap, what is that? It disappeared. So guys, we can see that things are going to start appearing, and the motherships that were appearing, the mothership that was appearing, I think, over in Florida, they were showing that. They were showing that on social media, but we're just going to start seeing all of this again, especially over the Americas, because America, again, is the place of the Atlantean people, is the place of the ancient people, where ancient technology was galore, where there was free energy. And I thought I had a video that was going to describe the free energy, but just letting you guys know that all of the pyramids connect, all of the pyramids are their own symphony, all of the pyramids are their own harmony, and they also are able to give off this free energy that comes from the ethers. It doesn't need to come from gases, it doesn't need to come from oils, it doesn't need to be stripped from the earth. It is free energy from the ether, because that is what the creator, that is what source intended for us to use, the energy that is ever flowing around you. And it is just an infinite amount of energy that can be harnessed just within you, just within this cubic space, just infinite amount of energy that's always around us, and that can be used for electricity, it can be used for light, it can be used to power up any source, because these Booga Balls And these UFOs, again, they're not powered by, I'm sorry to tell you guys, they're not powered by gas, okay? They're powered by the ether itself. And when the pyramids come back online, when everything comes back online, there will be free energy. There will be, again, what we saw from the last reset where they pretty much erased what was going on in America with the Tartarian era. That can easily come back as soon as we go through this final ending process. So guys, that's what I wanted to show you guys for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the information and it was enlightening. You guys you learned something new for today, but I'm gonna end it there because I think I've been going on for a while. So let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about this? Did you guys know about this? Do you guys have any other information about America being Atlantis? Have you guys seen anything in your neighborhoods, like maybe quartz, maybe you've seen mounds that were basically hidden or now look kind of like hills, or that maybe look like mountains, or you have some pyramids in your neighborhood? Whatever it is, let me know, and I'll see you guys later.